sure the camera's not going to fall over again. You almost got a recording of what the inside of my trash can looks like. It's mostly full of felt and foam pieces from my hat making. So yeah, 3:30 in the morning, doing my daily vlog. Yesterday I talked about how I was going to give loitering writing a try. Go sit somewhere, eat lunch, drink water, whatever, and just write in the peace and quiet of a place where I have no choice but to write or stare at the underside of the counter, which is always a frightful experience. I bet that would make a good horror short story, actually. Like the crap under the bottom of the counter comes alive and seeks revenge against all who created it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna do that, and then I realized this current point in time, I don't have enough money in my bank account or gas in my car tank to justify even going someplace. I get paid tomorrow, technically today, so I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, last month I was 2 weeks late paying rent. This month I got rent in on time. I just, it drained me. So the account finances situation is getting steadily better, just steadily, translates too slowly and awkwardly and a little bit painfully. Being poor just kind of sucks. So what did I do today instead? I spent a lot of time working on crafts that involve using my hands, which helps me focus. I thought a lot, which does not sound like something worth talking about, but it is an important part of the process. I got some writing done, not a lot. Tomorrow, technically today, I'm going to, see if I can make that finishing of the writing thing happen, and then get going on editing and everything. I think I just needed today to rest my brain, because I'm still not feeling so hot. I have this thing going on, like a cut or something in the back that is like spread into my jaw, which makes it hurt to talk, so I don't know why I'm making this lengthy vlog. But, so yeah, not a great physical comfort kind of day, which makes it hard to actually get stuff done. It's a lame excuse, I know. I should just muscle through it. But today / tomorrow, after I wake up, things will get done. I did end up taking my kid sister to a movie, and by taking her to a movie, I mean I made her pay, and by made her pay, I mean sort of my mom was paying, which made me feel, like a real good influence, showing her what happens if you don't stay in school and study hard and stay off the drugs. I'm not on drugs. The movie we went and saw was that Taylor Lautner movie, like Abducted, I think it's called. And let me tell you, there have been better written movies in the history of, this last month or so. The action scenes, so cool. The fact that Taylor Lautner is actually doing his own stunts and really is kicking the trash of all these people he comes up against, and it's very obvious that it's him and that it's not something he has to struggle with. I mean, not born kicking people's teeth into the back of their head, I'm sure, but as is fairly well known, he's been a black belt since he was like 8. So it is something he's quite good at, and it's very entertaining. And not just him, even. All of the fight scenes are just like, ooh, so cool. The problem with the movie is everything other than the fight scenes, especially the female lead. A gorgeous girl, absolutely gorgeous. Her character, though, I kept saying, please let her get shot in the face, please let her get shot in the face. She did nothing but, let's see, she gives away his location twice. She takes some pictures for him, and she has this pouty, whiny look the entire trip, like she's the real victim. Sure, his family has been murdered, and he finds out they're not actually his biological family, and he thinks he was this kidnapping baby, and the house explodes, and people trying to kill him, but she is the one who needs to be taken care of. I hate characters like that, especially female characters, because I'm a big fan of strong female characters. You can have, a sort of whiny, struggling male character, and that's at least novel. It's been done before. Technically, there's no such thing as a truly unique or new, never been done before idea. There's just, amalgamations of other ideas that have already been done, probably already been done better. But if you can at least portray it a little differently from the way everybody else has done it, it can be entertaining. That did not happen in this movie. What was I saying? Strong characters, weak characters. Yeah, if you have a dude who struggles and needs to be taken care of and, needs his hand patted and walks around with his eyes all big and cries when he gets shot in the arm, it's at least interesting. I mean, there's not a lot of sympathy for weak male characters, and that's a huge double standard, and unfortunate, but it is interesting. That can't be denied. Some chick that does nothing but toddle along after the hero, especially when it makes no sense for him to be dragging her along. Multiple times in this particular movie, there were very valid chances when, I can't even remember what Nathan is the lead character's name, could have ditched this chick, could have even replaced her with somebody, say, useful. There's this little throwaway line in the very beginning about how his buddy is this, goes to the shooting range and shoots well, supposedly, which you'd think would come in handy when he's fighting all these Russian evil people. Yes, they went with Russians. But, yeah, it's mentioned, and then the only way, spoiler alert, it comes into use later is he gets his friend to hide a gun in a stadium for him so he can use later, and no, he doesn't end up using it. Multiple times. They, meet with this other, Gil is the name of the friend, could have made the swap there, and had his useful, fake passport making, sharp shooting, humorous, interesting buddy with him, but he keeps the chick with him. I don't know why. It's just bad writing. If you get to a point where you ask a question, and as you're sitting in the movie, you can't think of an answer, and as you walk away from the movie, you can't think of an answer, and I say movie, but it could be, book, comic, fishtail, I don't know. And you even get to the point where days later you're still bugged by this fact and you have no logical answer. When you have to come up with excuses for the characters, it's bad writing. It's just bad writing. As I'm working on the book, I constantly go back and, take it in just as a reader as best as I can. I mean, there's only so much you can do to fix those overlapping boundaries between creatress and readeress. But yeah, if something pops up and you just have to go, huh? Or no, they wouldn't do this because they could turn around and do this, and that would end the entire book before things even happened. That's a problem, and you have to fix it before you put it in front of other people. Because if you can see it without even thinking about it too hard, it's you people who made that Abducted movie. You had a good thing going. You had Taylor Lautner. You even got his shirt off, which we all knew was going to happen. You have him kicking people around like they're sad little gnomes with no real benefit to society. How do you screw that up? I mean, it was not a well done movie, but it was entertaining. Mostly because I spent the entire time sitting there making fun of the characters and their decisions, making Kid Sister laugh. I feel like I kind of had to since she bought my way into the theater. But we used the rejection bag to sneak in our own drinks and stuff. So yeah, I think that's all I have tonight. Like I said, I'm not feeling so well. Sorry. So I'm gonna lay down, possibly never get back up again. You'll know tomorrow if I put up a new blog or not. So thank you. Good night, good morning. I'm Jay Larkin. Goodbye.